Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. Wargaming, I'm pretty sure this map is not called Tears of the Desert. It's called Crash Zone, and you're talking to a guy who doesn't know the name of any of the maps. But even I know that this graphic is not correct. Alright, so funny thing happened to me the other day. I was walking down the street. Some guy stopped me on the street and said, KPZ, I watch your channel all the time, especially when you're in a match on Crash Zone. But I want to know, can the Project 64 battleship, the Poltava, can it hang in a down tier match in today's World of Warships Legends? I said, gee friend, I don't know the answer to that. It's been a while since I put up a Poltava video. Why don't we see? And I'll see if I can remember, speaking of seeing, see if I can remember to link my original Poltava video that started this whole crazy mess, called The Last Minute. And when I say started it, it wasn't my first video, but it was my first widely successful video on this game. All right, so we're starting off French style by backing up. And, you know, the Poltava is a sniper battleship. It's described in things I've read online. Play it like a Battlecruiser. You know, it's got 356 millimeter guns, not especially high caliber for the tier. Keep in mind that, you know, the West Virginia is a tier 5 premium. That is 16-inch guns, so you're outgunned by a lower tier ship. So, yeah, you've got to shoot at a lot of cruisers. And in a case like this, when you're down tier, just checking our main battery range there, you've got to shoot some HE from time to time. All right, so we are using the second commander. Really, I think you could also argue he might be the third best Soviet commander. That's Lev Galler. He is the commander I unequivocally recommend for this ship, without exception. If you don't have Lev Galler yet, or you don't have him ranked up at all, and you have the base commander, I recommend the base commander, Von Essen, over Kedrov for this ship. All right, that being said, here we are in the Poltava. We are getting ready to shoot at a broadside North Carolina. Right then, our third turret goes out of angle, which is really unfortunate. So I will just use that other turret and shoot at the sign-up. And we do get a Citadel hit in that North Carolina, so if I could have only gotten that third turret off in time, I think we might have had 2 Citadels. Just saying. Just saying. All right, now we're going to go bow on. Got that icebreaker bow and all that bow armor. And look at this. The sign-up is going to give us the broadside. You can give me the broadside, sir. I will take it. All right, another hit to Citadel there. Although didn't do, I think we did more damage on the North Carolina. Either way, both of them have been roundly punished for showing me their broadside, and they are both turning away. So now I'm left to find a more easily accessible target. I'm looking at that York over there. The sign-op went out of spot, and I'm just trying to find somebody to shoot these Russian guns at. All right, so we'll shoot them at the York. Look good. They look good. Well, we knock out a turret temporarily, but that was not the dev strike I was hoping for here in the Poltava. So the big weakness of the Poltava, aside from the same weakness that all Russian ships share, and that is a giant high citadel, easily accessible from the side of the ship. The other thing I would say is that the Poltava, weakness number 2 we already talked about, low caliber guns. Weakness number 3, maneuverability. The largest turning circle in the game maybe still holds the crown. It might be up for debate with some of these aircraft carriers. I think it has a worse turning circle than Yamato. So you turn like, it's like orbiting the Earth. That's how wide the turn is. All right, we're going to continue to shoot at this York, and he gets taken out by somebody else after I shot at him. Great. And he sets us on fire. I'm not in the mood for that, so I just damage con. Although I wouldn't ordinarily do that, but I think at this point in the day's festivities, I was getting pretty salty. Here, can we get some shots out at the sign up? Well, I'm certainly going to try, but I think they're all going to impact that cliff. I'm turning away because I see a couple of destroyers over here, and I do not want anything to do with that at all. Quick peek at the scoreboard. Our team is down 3 ships to 1.
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
And they got 2 destroyers, 2 battleships over here, along with myself, a cruiser, and I guess a destroyer kind of off my port bow. So you know, we're down because they killed some of the ships that were over here, so we've really got to get our work cut out for us here. Some more shots here at the sign up. Can we skip those over the island? Torpedoes are moving in. Can't really maneuver in time. Thankfully they fall short. We do disable a turret on the sign up, and we avoid his return fire due to me hitting the brakes and speeding back up, or just me being really slow and him not aiming right. Kind of like I've done in a bunch of matches. Alright, so I really don't want to go in there to the Valley of the Dolls there and mess around with those destroyers. However, on the other hand, this North Carolina is a relatively soft-skinned battleship, and I definitely want to see if I can put these front 2 turrets out on them. So I'm asking my teammates for help, to which, obviously, and of course, there is no response. However, my team is drawing even. We're only down 1 ship now. And so I'm going to shoot at the front section of the North Carolina. He was turning in, but we do manage to do a fair amount of damage. And then I'm going to turn the bow and run into the island here, because I do not want to go out there amongst the destroyers. And we do take a little bit of damage through the bow plating there, but that's fine. Destroyer, I really want to shoot at the North Carolina, but the destroyer is too good to ignore. It is a Scone or Scane, and so we hit him pretty good. Our secondaries are going off, and I think the North Carolina blocked his possible torpedo salvo, so I'm really happy about that North Carolina right now, being where he is. Get our turret knocked out, and we're going to turn our attention back to the North Carolina, go through the side of his bow plate, and finish him off for our first kill. Alright, still getting hits out there on the Scone or Scane. Got the Gangu, or not the Gangu, got the sign up out there, pardon me, and the other destroyer all over here is the hill. How do I end up with the entire enemy team on my side of the map? We were going to shoot at the sign up, giving us some broadside, maybe not the greatest aim, but I will take that shot nonetheless, because it did some damage. And, oh, it's a black, not a hill. Boy, I'm throwing in all these low-tier ships. I must be thinking about low-tier matches, so I apologize for the narration mistakes. Alright, so we got a black over here and a sign up over here, not a hill and a Gangu. We're in the Poltava. We're not in the Nikolai. Good grief. We're just going to fling some HE out here at the sign up. You want to bow tank me, Mr. Russian battleship. I'm also in a Russian battleship. I know what to do. We're going to show some good backing maneuverability here by dodging the Scone, Scane torpedo launch. Black over here threatening me. And I'm very cognizant of that threat. And we're going to send the front 2 turrets his way with more HE. And we do a lot of damage to him there and set him on fire. I'm sure he damage counted it, and that is totally okay. I am just trying to create a little bit of room to get the shots off that I need to get off here in the Poltava to survive. Now, in the beginning, I talked about being down tier. It's funny because I think, aside from the black, all the other ships we fought over here were the same tier. Ironically enough, I was shooting at the sign up there and took out the Scane or Scone. And we're just going to keep that HE loaded. The sign-up is decide to bow tank us. And so the cure for that is some Russian HE. And keep in mind, this commander specifically, Lev Galler, increases HE damage for battleships. So it is definitely the right choice for this ship and in this situation. He knocks out a turret. We damage con as we dodge those very slow USS Black torpedoes. We're getting our turrets online here. We're going to shoot some HE and try to set them on fire. We don't, but we're coming up on a reload. We are giving up the side a little bit here. Second turret goes and doesn't set him on fire. Third turret goes and we do set him on fire. And now my concern switches to the hill, or the black, as we finish off the sign-op. All right, so I think he's right there. I think he's right there. There's the smoke screen. There he is. We will send one turret towards the black. And we'll get a cap reset. We'll send the front turret toward the black. Oh, we left him on the edge. We left him on the edge, ladies and gentlemen. Deeply, deeply disappointing. I would have been ecstatic if we could have finished him off there. So, can the Poltava hang at Tier 7? Well, if you are fighting all the Tier 6 ships in a Tier 7 match, the answer is yes, it surely can. Perhaps if I was facing some other ships with like German battleships that have torpedoes, or maybe Italian battleships with those SAP secondaries, maybe a different story. Maybe if there had been an aircraft carrier in this match, we wouldn't have had such a good time as we did. We're not going to get to kill the black. He ran away and was killed by our teammate. So I know you're saying this wasn't very impressive, and maybe you are right. We end up with 90,000 damage, couple Citadel hits, 3 kills, 654,776 silver, 10,601 ship XP, 2655 green XP, 18,173 commander XP. You already know those numbers mean we did have a pretty good match in the Poltava down here. And there we are at the top of the board. 25-24. Who needs medals when you got 3 kills and you end up on top of the board? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this match. I hope you consider the Poltava. It definitely is a sniper battleship. If you are not comfortable with that playstyle or not a fan of Lev Galler, I would look elsewhere. But I enjoy playing the Poltava. It is a great change of pace.